Yeah, man. Chino, we just finished watching Dollars and Pesos. What can you tell us about that song? What can you tell us about what you were feeling at the moment when when you knew you were gonna go back to recording a song, when you knew you were gonna make a video? What did it feel like?
Well, Dollars and Pesos, it's kind of it was an evolving stage, evolving stage in my life where, before this last term, I was kind of on the streets, trying to just grind and hustle for my baby. So I was pushing kind of tough, So, it's through that struggle, I try to get the richness out of it, you know what I mean? And try to eliminate the negative side of it and try to create a visual image to where like this is what we're going through. And, from here, it's kind of a building process to where we want to do maybe like a trilogy of a couple more music videos, but ascending towards the better life that I see and envision, So it starts from like right here in the hood, in the block, in the alley, right here, this is the heart, this is where we come from, sealed all perimeters, this the hood, So from there I wanted to get the richness, and then I want to walk everybody through the stages in it,
That's your plan, like let us know like where you were, and then keep giving us the music, and then let us know through the music, the changes. Is that something you visualize?
Yeah, the elevating stages,
Yeah. You know what? We just finished watching the video, and it was dope. Like you took your shirt off, and Chino G was in full effect. Like it was tight. What do you feel though, like inside of you when you're right there? What they call it right there?
Where?
And Whittier, the 3.
5 points.
The 5 points.
5 points?
Yeah. What do you feel? What do you feel? The 5 points in Whittier.
Yeah, that's like the historical landmarks, Like I try to get the landmarks to where where like Whittier in itself, it has a lot of culture, it has a lot of literature, it has a lot of knowledge that comes from Whittier, And I wanted to make sure I hit the 5 points to let people know, like this is where, these are like the monuments, kind of like Whittier Boulevard. When you go to East LA, you gotta stop by Whittier Boulevard, You go to Japan, you gotta hit the temples. You gotta go to the temples, You hit Mexico, you gotta go to the pyramids. You know what I mean? And when you hit Whittier, you gotta go to the 5 points,
Right. And another thing, on your Instagram, I seen you posted a picture of you and the clique, the CRC. What could you tell us about what's going on with them? And what is it inside of you that makes you want to put people on? Because, you brought on all your homies and you put them on Charlie Roll. You're the main one who put them on.
Yeah, it's been a minute, it's been a minute, and I know it circulates through a lot of people's mind, like what happened, like what's up, and through this journey, it's kind of like, I experienced prison, I had to go to prison to kind of fully comprehend this lifestyle, because I had to, in order to be, in order to overcome our obstacles of eliminate the negative, you have to go to the negative. You have to go, and you have to just grab the treasures out of the dark corners, And so with that, like, prison, it kind of like distorted things to where it's like, now I gotta be tough. Now I gotta put on my lucha libre mask, and it's game time. There's no time to be like, hey, missing baby. I'm like, but in prison, it's like, my boys over here, we was actually in that take together. We were in the hole. So it's it's kind of cool to see, our gentes to come out and support and still push that in a positive manner, Because we fought the struggle, we fought the struggle. We did hunger strikes. We prayed and we fasted for all the boys to come back home, to the promised land. And now that we see them, I'm like, oh, thank God, So everything that Charlie Roll put together, like, you might not see us in mansions, like everybody, Lil Wayne and all these dudes, they're flossing. But you know what? Our riches and our royalty, it comes from within our people to as a blessing to see our people come back to freedom, freedom and to experience that is worth, more than words.
Hey, Chino, I gotta ask you, man. I know you've done some collaborations and stuff. I seen on social media, social media the other day, they put a post and it said Notorious Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us about the collaboration when you linked up with Conejo and with the Brown side?
Oh man, those my boys right there. We had to bust out the artillery. Like right there, we had to flex one time because we came in. We was like, we gotta round up the boys, all the heavy hitters, and to me, like those are my two groups that I was on the block with. I was on the block pushing them on tapes. I was on my lowrider bike bumping, and my little swings, my beach cruisers with the stereos in the front, and we were pushing tough with the Brown side and Conejo. So to be able to bring them together and collaborate and do a track, it was like, man, these are the kings. We're rolling with the kings. This is the royalty, It's the royalty in the game. So it's like, man, it was an honor and it was a privilege.
Is that something we can expect in the future? Is that something you're interested in?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I love working with the boys. God willing, we'll all get back together pretty soon, and maybe even set up a tour or something, on a positive note to bring that richness of the culture and be able to present it to the world in a positive manner.
Looking back, now that you've gone through this change, what do you think of when you hear like a song like "Calling My Name"?
That's a good question. Excuse me. Calling My Name is like a hood anthem. Calling my name and like I'm a ride.
Yeah, both of those. That's right.
Those are like hood classics. Those were to motivate me. When we did those to motivate, because it was like to me, we were catching the blows in the streets. We were the underdogs, and so I was like, nah, like, wait, I ain't gonna give it to him, I can't give it to him just to let me just, so what I did is I pumped myself up. I got the boys, come on, let's get in there, So it's kind of like sound the drums, you know what I mean? And so that's what we did. But then, we survived actually with those songs, but later on to hear the upcoming generations, and they were like, hey, my boy, whoa. I was like, That's when I learned, like, okay, now it's time to, now it's my responsibility to show them the better side of that, because a lot of that, it was like survival, and it's like, it shouldn't be like that within our gente, I feel like we're all royalty. We're all destined to be kings, and so for us to kind of use that, in a negative manner for our gente, like now I feel like my vision has to show them something different, because honestly, it hurts my feelings. It breaks my character to see our gente be like, yeah, we're on the block pushing tough with those, I'm like, man,
But when you walked into the joint, when you got to the joint, and you're rolling up, we're a little older than other little youngsters that are 21, 22, and they see you and they're like, oh hell yeah, Chino G. Isn't that what you would hear?
Yeah. I mean, it's a blessing, but that's the responsibility that comes with it. Like they look for guidance, and they look for the guidance, like the best advice. Like a lot of homies that are in there, and they are barely coming in. It's like, sad to say, but it's like they're looking for that father figure, They're looking for that father figure in that direction, that guidance, And they look for it in our people to where, they look to me like, you're right there on the block. You experienced a little bit good. You went to Japan, you went to Spain, so something more than what we know, because all we know is pretty much the block, So with that, I try to give them, I try to paint them a brighter picture of things that I went through, like being able to travel through the pyramids, being able to go to New York and see the Statue of Liberty and, the castles in Spain, and from there, it gives them hope, like, oh man, I want to do music, so,
I want to come off. Okay guys, we have time for one more question for Chino, so if anybody has something they want to know.
And who did that art on that car?
The which one?
The lowrider? the green one?
Oh, who did the art on it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know. That was one of our friends. We got.
Yeah. One of the homies that we got the car from.
She's pretty, so.
Yeah.
What kind of message, your last message to everybody watching and everybody waiting on Chino G 2018?
I just want to say, thank you for all the love, for all the support, and I'm doing my best to paint a better picture for us and to elevate us, evolve us into a better life, because we're all royalty, and it's an honor and it's a pleasure to see our gente rise up out from the struggle.
That's
straight
right.
up.
All right.